Okay, right now we're kind of living in that great awakening time, and it's an interesting time to be alive because there's a lot of people that are having a lot of opportunities right now, and there's a lot of people that are feeling worried or stuck in low vibe. And it's up to people that are able to tap into their potential to help wake everybody up. And that's how we change the world. That's how we help encourage everybody to go pursue their dreams, make a living at things they're passionate about, find more spiritual freedom. And so today I'm doing an interview with one of my good friends, Mark Lack, and him and I were going to do a free online training on the 24th. So coming up here in a couple of days, and he was going to break down so much stuff about personal branding and all of these ways to build a great business and more importantly, help wake everybody else up. And so the link's right there down below in the description. It's on the 24th. We're going to do it live online. It's free. You'll see the link in the description in the comments. And so, Mark, you were saying right before I pressed the record button about how you were talking about the keys to life are freedom and fulfillment and happiness. And you had these quadrants and kind of this philosophy you were talking about. So first of all, I'll just dive right in. And what were you saying? That was pretty interesting.
Thanks for having me on the show, brother. I appreciate you for having me on, and just excited to share what I'm so passionate about. And that is, what I believe from reading a ton of books and doing a lot of personal development and working on myself is, life to me, in my own words, is you should be able to understand that there's a science to success. Almost anything that you want to achieve, there's a formula for it. Somebody's already done it, and you can follow some type of a relatively proven process, blueprint, and roadmap to achieve an outcome. So there's a science to success, which means that if anybody watching right now would like to make more money because maybe you're struggling in these tough times, or you just want to make more money so you can have more freedom, I believe that there's some different things we'll share on this quick interview about different formulas, the science to success for how you can make more money. And then the next one is the art of fulfillment. And what that really means is if you're successful, but you're not fulfilled, that's failure by my definition. I don't want to see somebody who's financially wealthy, but their relationships suck, their emotions are all over the place, they're not happy, they're depressed, their health is off track. So I believe it's about following a science to success for whatever that looks like for you. If you want to make more money, we'll talk about the science to success in the digital economy. Everybody and every business is scrambling to figure out the formula for success online. So we can talk about that, how to make money from the comfort of your home. Or we can also talk about the art of fulfillment. How does one get more fulfilled? And really, it comes down to service. If you add value to people, if you help people, if you support others, you're going to feel better about yourself. And that's what I've realized is when I invest in great mentors and coaches, I get the result I want faster because there's a formula for success. And you can shorten how long it takes for you to achieve success and make money online in this scenario. And then the art of fulfillment. How can I also make money on the internet while simultaneously make me more fulfilled? Because the way that I make money online is fulfilling to me because it helps others. It's an ability for me to serve and support other people. That's going to make me more fulfilled. That's going to make me more money. So how do I make money in a proven way while helping others to feel more fulfilled? That's what I'm passionate about. I'm so grateful to, be a multimillionaire. In my 20s, I just recently turned 30. And so there's a formula out there. And, what I'm passionate about is I taught it to some of my friends and family members. It's worked for them. I've taught it to now thousands of other people who've gone out and made more money and become more fulfilled. And so I think that's a good segue to talk about is like, how can people make more money and attract more abundance into their life while simultaneously becoming more fulfilled in the process?
So good point. And I think right now this year, one thing that's kind of interesting about how the lockdowns and all this stuff this year is in one kind of like cosmic way, it's created a pause button in a lot of ways that it's been very challenging. And there's a lot of people, the UN said they estimate an extra 250 million people will get pushed back into poverty this year alone from this. So there's a lot of challenges, but one kind of from a cosmic good perspective is that the pause has made an opportunity for people to be like, do I really want to do this for my whole life? Like, what do I really want? What am I really passionate about? And, on this channel, I always, everything is about this whole channel is about mindset. It's about positive energy, raising your vibe, awakening to yourself as soul and your own self-realization, your own dharma and purpose in life. And one of the interesting things about the world that we live in today is with this pause button, and then also with the internet, there's an opportunity more so than ever to like tie your business and your livelihood into your spiritual work. And it happened to me by accident. I didn't know what I was doing. I just like one day I was like, I still have my first YouTube video I ever made up on this channel. It was from 2011. And it's like on this crappy webcam and it's all blown out from the light. And like, it just doesn't sound good, but it's still up there for you watching. You could still watch it. And so first of all, one thing I'm grateful for is for people listening that feel like, you know, they've taken some hacks at life and it hasn't worked quite the way that they wanted. I do think that there is a pause button that's happened from a cosmic perspective that can give us the opportunity to redirect, set our sails in a new direction, catch the new wind. And then there's an opportunity for you to step into, you know, basically being a light worker right now. It's like, that's what we need. We need a bunch more light in the world right now. People doing whatever it is that they're passionate about. And you're kind of like one of the experts in the world. You're kind of one of my more successful, like probably my most successful friend around my age, because you've built this huge business where basically you're a consultant for all these huge brands and products and individuals and celebrities that are like trying to position themselves on the internet with their product or service better and better. So based off of what I said from an esoteric perspective, combined with everything you know about personal branding and business, do you agree with me that right now it's kind of presented the time where maybe now so than ever, if you have a passion and you watch my channel because you have some passion or interest that uplifts your vibe, there is a really cool opportunity to be able to tie it together to impact the world in a positive way and to make a living while also pursuing your passion. And obviously we're going to talk about that in a lot more detail and the ins and outs of that when we do our live on the 24th. For everyone listening, the link's right there down below, but you can check that out. But why don't you take that away, kind of my rant?
Yeah, brother, you nailed it right on the head, and your story is so inspiring for people. And the journey is real, the hustle and the grind is real. If people go back and watch your video, they'll see the progress, the leaps and bounds that you've made over the years. And it really comes down to being consistent, and that's what you've done so well at. Is there's no shortcuts. There are faster routes to be able to become successful, but no one's going to do it for you, and you've done such a good job of that. And so, hats off to you for everything that you've accomplished, and you're just such a great example for others to look at and be like, wow, it is possible for me. And, people like Jake and myself, you're looking at who we are today. You're not always seeing the very beginning of the process.
I did not know what I was doing though. Like I hit my head against the wall so much.
And you still made it.
Yeah, because I just didn't take any time to just study some basic things that would have helped me. And that's basically what you're really good at, is helping people with whatever their idea is. We were talking earlier, and one of the new clients that you helped is this guy that sheds sheep. He's a sheep shearing
and
contract. He became like the expert in the world by leveraging the internet the way that you do. So like whatever your passion is, whether you're interested in sheep or gardening or law of attraction or yoga, can you talk a little bit about what you're going to be discussing in greater detail when we do our live, and just some takeaways for people that are, inspired by the opportunity this is all presented?
Yeah, man. One of the first things you were saying is, yes, this has created a great pause button for a lot of people. It's created the space and the container for them to reflect and look back and say, you know what? If there was ever going to be a sign from the universe, from God, whatever your beliefs are, this is the moment. This is the time. Everybody kind of gets that pause button or the reset button and gets to say, this is my chance because I lost my job, or whatever the outcome and circumstance may be for your reality right now. It's like, this created the space for me. This is the burning of the bridge, the cutting of the ties for you to be like, I am going to pursue my passion. I am going to build my online brand. I am going to start that business. So yes, this has created the space. And what we're going to talk more about on the free masterclass, which again, I know we're limited on time here, so we're having an open conversation in an interview format, but the training is extremely detailed and comprehensive with slides, because I'm a very visual teacher and learner myself. So it's very comprehensive. It's going to show you the exact roadmap that you can follow. Or like, imagine the masterclass is like stepping into the kitchen and I'm teaching you a recipe. Anybody can follow a recipe. I hope if you're listening right now, you have the capability to follow a recipe. I'm a Michelin star chef. You're going to come in my kitchen and I'm going to show you the recipe as a metaphor. And that recipe is, how do I make money online? We live in the craziest time right now with so much uncertainty. I'd like to give you some certainty and confidence that you can make more money from home, from anywhere in the world, as long as you have an internet connection and a smart device, a laptop, an iPad, a smartphone. You can make more money from home. And we're going to teach you what that process looks like. If you have no experience, no connections, no education, and very limited capital, you can still do this. In fact, most of the masterclass is tailored around people who are complete beginners. Because if you already have some knowledge or expertise or money, you're going to be able to implement this a lot faster. But I've tailored the masterclass for that person who was like me and like Jake, which is just, I'm assuming that you're starting with nothing, ground zero. And if you have a little bit of a heads up, this is going to help you go that much faster when it comes to making money online and doing it in a fulfilling way. Because back to my earlier statement, I believe that if I help you make more money, but you're not happier in the process, I failed and you failed. So my whole thing is how do you follow your passions while aligning those passions in a way that creates leverage, which is the internet. The internet allows you to now reach massive amounts of people, millions of people, if that's how large your potential audience is, and do it in a way that doesn't require a lot of your time. And that's what I love is I don't want to spend my time working for money. I want to spend my time doing what I love and being with people that I love. And so I personally teach strategies, if that's okay with you guys, that don't require a lot of your time because they create leverage. And so how you can use the power of the internet, how you can use the power of videos like this that can reach 100,000 people in a couple hours or a couple days. How can you follow what some people like Jake and I are doing and make a lot of money in the process? We're going to teach you how to do this. I call it personal branding, but we teach a lot of ways to make money online. I believe you have a personal brand. It's your reputation. It's what people say about you. It's what people say behind your back, good, positive, negative, neutral, whatever. And it's ultimately how to create a deeper and more meaningful connection with people at scale, leveraging the internet. You know, networking and meeting people is a lot more difficult to do in person these days. And that's why when it comes to learning how to use the internet to meet people, to connect with people, to create content with people, your personal brand, online reputation matters more now than it ever has before. And so I'm going to teach you how to stop becoming just a consumer of content. Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, billions of people are consuming content on the internet. So if you're a consumer, you're just following in line with the sheep. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm also a consumer. We're all consumers. We have to eat to survive. And so we're all consumers, but if you stay only a consumer, then you're going to miss the opportunity of a lifetime. And that opportunity is it's creating the space. And as Jake says, hitting the pause button or the reset button for you to step back and say, I think I can become a creator. Because if there's billions of consumers, they need creators. The world, YouTube, Google, Facebook, Instagram needs people like you, me, and Jake and others watching and listening right now to create content that people want to watch because it gives them something. It gives them an emotion. It gives them a roadmap. It helps them move one step closer to an outcome they want, an emotional state they want, a goal they want, or it helps them move away from emotions they don't want, move away from outcomes they don't want. Most of you don't want to lose your job. Most of you don't want to miss out on opportunities to make money and take care of your family. So the masterclass is going to teach you exactly what you need to do to have a new awareness to how the internet's shifting, how you can shift from being a consumer to being a creator. Even if you're a total beginner with no idea about what I'm saying, but you're intrigued enough to want to make more money on the internet because maybe you lost your job or maybe you want to start your own business but don't know the first steps to take online, the masterclass will provide you all the clarity and the roadmap to do it. You're going to shift from being a consumer to a creator, and you're going to create valuable content with your personal brand that's going to slowly build rapport and audience with a future community you're going to start to build like Jake's done with his community here, like I've done with my community. And ultimately, we're going to then fill in all the other gaps on the training. I don't want to give away too much right now. I'm just laying out the breadcrumbs to lead you to click the link in the description so you guys can register for this 2-hour comprehensive masterclass. But ultimately, it's going to teach you how to make more money online by capitalizing on the digital world that we live in. Again, everybody and every business is scrambling to figure out, how do I make money online? How do I sell products and services online? We're going to teach you how to do that in the most effective way possible, and then how to do it in a way that aligns with your passions and your values so you can become more fulfilled by adding value and serving others. And that's basically what I've been able to do. I've been able to make millions of dollars online by helping other people solve one of their greatest problems, and that is finances. Most people don't know how to make money and take control of their financial future and do it in a way that feels good, that's not salesy, it doesn't require a lot of technical skills. And so that's what we're going to talk about, and that's my passion.
Amen. So what I was thinking when I was listening to you talk was, right now in the world, there's a lot of talk, and there has been for a while, about, like big tech and big corporate takeover of the world, right? And one of the things that's kind of interesting is, in some ways that not everybody could see, you have to have eyes to see and ears to hear, as they say, is that in this world, that big tech stuff and all that is very real. But at the same time, it's almost like an opportunity. There's a yin and a yang to everything. There's a dark and a light and a good and a bad to everything. And that's the third dimensional polarity world that we live in. And one of those goods out of it that I think most people still miss, I think people are starting to wake up to it, is that the internet in the technological world that many people are so quick to dismiss as purely evil, it actually gives you the opportunity to create freedom in this world in a couple ways. One, because if you have a way to present your skills, your talents, your passions, your job, your career, your business, your product, your service on the internet, you bypass all of the outer noise of the world, and only you control your destiny, which is ultimately what we all want. And that's how we create the most success, is when there's nobody or no thing that can interfere. It's just us, the universe, and YouTube, right? Or like whatever it is. And so it's a cool thing. And that's what's really changed my life. And then in addition to that, I think the word hobby is outdated. The word hobby used to exist when you could only make money from a job in a lot of ways that you didn't like, and you had to do it. Then on Saturdays and Sundays, you had your hobby. Well, now, because we have an interconnected world and everything travels instantly through the internet, and nobody lives in a vacuum alone, there's niches all over the internet, all over all the platforms, whatever they are, ones I've never used in my life, like LinkedIn and all these things, to main ones like YouTube, to blogs. It all ties back in where you could take your hobby and you could turn it into an additional income source, or become an influencer in a niche and have brand deals and all these things. And so it presents this opportunity that's very rare, where your hobby could actually, instead of being a hobby, which may end up being a limiting belief, oh, that's my hobby, I wish. It's like, no. Well, now we have the internet. Why don't you turn your hobby into your main source of your livelihood, and into your main way that you contribute to society and earn a living? And I think that's one of the exciting things that we do have in this world that maybe a lot of people still miss, is an opportunity leveraging these same platforms that can get demonized a lot. You can use it to make your hobby into your living. So then there's no separation from your business, and then your passion becomes your obsession. And then you end up never working a day in your life. And it's this cool dichotomy of all that. And, Mark's kind of one of the experts, in the world at helping people do the ins and the outs of that. Sometimes I'm just like, universe, please, can someone watch these videos? And that was how I started. But so for everyone listening, Mark's obviously, he's a super smart guy that, works with all these big companies on the ins and outs of digital marketing and content creation and online branding and online business and e-commerce. And so he's going to go into that a lot more. I wanted to put this event together online that's free on the 24th, because there are a lot of people that are like, Jake, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do right now? I need another income, or I always wanted to, leverage the internet better. And sometimes Jake, you talk about additional income sources, but how do I build one? And Mark's kind of the guy for that. So the link's right there down below to go ahead and check that out. It's in the description or the pin to the comments right there down below. It's free. It's on the 24th. And kind of in conclusion, I know you have to go. You said at the top of the hour, so there's only 4 more minutes before you said you had to go. Now 3. Literally, I said 4, and then it turned into 3. So in conclusion, last 90 seconds, I guess, do you agree with me what I just said, and that's kind of like your medium? It's like you talk from like a marketing, branding, all those perspective, but from a cosmic perspective, it's like an opportunity for the passions of your soul to express themselves if you are using the right instruments or vehicles, which is kind of what you go into more depth about. Do you think that's so?
100%, brother. And, I do try to always find the positive inside of experiences that happen. There's crazy things like I almost died from sepsis back in 2018, and I was taken out for 2 months. That taught me so many life lessons. One of them was that God and the universe spoke to me and said, you've got more to do on this planet. You're not done. This was just a humbling experience to set you back and reset you, so to speak. And so for me, that was one of those moments. One of my family members is going through cancer right now. They're going to survive. But that was one of those moments where it was like, it created space to have one of those like life-changing moments. Like, we're not going to take this for granted. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. These are the changes that are going to be made. When crazy things that you would never want, I would never want to die of sepsis. Almost did. I'd never want a family member to get cancer and almost die. Almost did. They're still going through it now. I'd never want the world to have a global pandemic. It is. It's happening right now. But how can you find life-changing awareness and shifts that can happen in these moments of things we normally wouldn't ever ask for? And so I agree with what you're saying 100%, because this is one of those moments where none of us want this to happen, but it is happening. So how can we find a gift hidden in the shadows of this experience? And I believe it's that right there. It's the pause button for all of us to sit back, take time to reflect, and hopefully come to the realization and awareness that everybody in every business is being forced to figure out online. And so if you want to think the universe is giving every one of us this opportunity to say, here's your chance. This is your calling card, your invitation, opportunity knocking. You've got to figure out how the internet works and how to do it in a way that lights you up inside, makes you as passionate as Jake and I are about the internet and being a creator of value and content to create a more deep and meaningful connection with people that you can connect to online, and do that in a way of creating content. And then on the masterclass, we're going to teach you exactly how to do it, exactly how to get started, exactly how this fits into your current lifestyle, even if you only have 15 minutes a day to use, and also how you can turn this into an amazing side income stream part-time, or go full-time and make this something that can double or triple the amount of money you're making right now, because finally you're going to start leveraging the power of the internet to help you do that. And so I'm excited. The training is going to be extremely powerful and life-changing. Thousands and thousands of people have gone through similar trainings of mine. Their lives have transformed. Some people have made millions of dollars in the first year of applying what they've learned on this training. Others have just added a couple $1,000s a month to their income, which maybe that would excite you as well. And there's a whole spectrum of in between. I can't control what you're going to do with the info. You can control one thing right now, and that's making sure that you sign up, because you don't want to miss this information. This is $300 million in student success. This is millions of dollars in my own success, all crammed into a 2-hour masterclass that's going to break down comprehensively, step by step, exactly what you can do to start to capitalize on this digital opportunity and world we live in. Again, the universe hit the reset button and pause button for all of us. I hope that you take that opportunity to come and join us on this live training.
Amen. That's beautiful. Beautiful way to end. And it's exactly on the time that you have to go. So for everyone listening, right there down below, you'll see the link. It's in the description, in the comments, on the 24th. It's free. It's online. And I wanted to put that out for everyone. So make sure you hit the like button on this side right over there, or this side right over there, and comment down below, I create my destiny. Comment down below, I create my destiny. And if you're looking to take the next step and take the reins of your life and your destiny, make sure you check out the free online training in the description right there down below. And thanks for joining.